Are your DTF prints ghosting or bandy? Is your white layer not where it should be? Sounds like your calibrations could be off. I'm going to take you through the 3 most common calibration issues and show you how to fix them. Good morning! Here at 1ClickPrint HQ, I get to see tech support reports, and by far the most common issue is that the calibrations have wandered a little. The great news is they only take seconds to fix, anyone can do it, and the only tool that you need is an eyeball. So, the 3 problems we're going to look at today are horizontally blurred or ghosting prints, white layer misalignment, and banding prints. Now, there is a golden rule in calibrations. Temperature matters. If you calibrate your machine when it's been sat all night at 2 degrees C, things are going to be slightly off when the built-in heaters have warmed the machine up to 30 degrees. If it's cold out, do yourself a favour, turn the machine on and let it warm up before you start work. So, with our machine warmed and ready to go, let's fix these problems. No matter the problem, I like to do a nozzle check to make sure the print heads are okay. This is from Dirty Den, our demo unit, and he's been about a bit. This section here would likely clear itself after either a soak or a bit of printing. The lines are sharp, the pattern isn't distorted, so they aren't perfect, but they are within normal and he prints just fine. Also, check the tension on your film. The film shouldn't be sagging at the back, but the roll should spin with just a little resistance if you turn it by hand. If your printer is having to work too hard to feed the film, you're going to have some print issues. So, let's take a look at horizontal ghosting or blurriness. You'll know that your machine prints when the head is moving to the left and also moving right. This is called bidirectional printing. It doubles the speed of your printer, but if the left print isn't perfectly lined up with the right print, you're going to get some horizontal ghosting or blurriness. So let's line them up. So we're going to do the horizontal bidirectional calibration. Easy enough. On your printer manager software, up to calibrate, horizontal, and remember, make sure your machine's nice and warm. Ideally, maybe doing a test print or something like that, but make sure it's nice and warm. We're going to click print. It's going to whir away. And then we're going to take a look at so here we go. This is the output from the bidirectional calibration print. And what we have is this series of lines, all based around 0. So what we're aiming for is for 0 to be a nice, solid, straight line. As we can see, it's broken. It's wandered off to one side. So looking at the scale along here, we can actually see that number 3 is a nice, solid, straight line. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to change the number in here by 3. So it's plus 3. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, save that, and then we're going to print it again. So whilst that one was plus 3, if we had a situation where it was, for example, minus 3, then we would minus 3 from the number. So this is not the number that you set it to, this is the amount you change it by. Yeah, so let's put it back to where it was. And we've done the output, so let's take a quick look at what the output is. Oh yeah, sorry about the smudge. Oh yeah, as we can see now, we have 0 is the nice, solid, straight line. So we know that the horizontal bidirection is now calibrated absolutely dead on. If your white underbase is poking out from the side of your print, then your layers may be misaligned. Good news, it's another easy fix. Now DTF prints are made up of 2 layers. First, a CMYK color layer goes down, and then a separate print head puts a white layer down on top of it. To get the perfect prints, we need to tell the printer exactly how far apart these print heads are. First, we'll tweak the vertical distance. Okay, so to do the white vertical calibration, that's to line up the white layer and the color layer vertically, we'll go to Calibrate. We're going to go to Vertical, and we're going to click on Print. Okay, here's the output from that print, and we can see that these lines here are way off. And what we want is we want these white lines to be in line with these black lines. But as we can see, the 0, which is the one we want to be lined up, is way off. So looking here, it is -5 that is the correct one. So we're going to change this number by -5. So here we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, save. Okay, and print. Okay, here's the output from the print, and we can see here that 0 is lovely and lined up. So we know that that is absolutely spot on, calibrated vertically. So we're going to save that. And now the horizontal distance. Horizontal head calibrate. So what we're going to do here is we're going to calibrate the white layer in comparison to the color layer in the horizontal direction. Now, because it's horizontal, we have a left and a right. So when the head is moving and printing to the left, when the head is moving and printing to the right. I mean, these numbers are going to be fairly similar. Sometimes they're the same, sometimes they're just a couple out. What we'll do is we'll do them both at the same time. So here we go. First up, we'll click on print to the left. And that's done that. So at the same time, we might as well print to the right. Okay, so here's the output from that. And we can see to the left. See, we want these, much like the bidirectional calibration, we want these lines to be lined up at 0. And we can see they're not. So around here, 3 and 4 look good. And you'll often get this where, you know, 1 or more may look right, but don't worry about it. If it looks good, then we can go for it. You don't have to be completely and totally certain as to which one it is. So we'll do 3. So we're going to add 3 here. And then on, we'll take a look on the right, and the right is pretty close already. So we will, I think, add 1. Yeah, let's add 1 there. So we'll save that. And then we're going to print the left and the right. So let's do that. Excellent. So let's check the output from these to make sure that our new calibration settings are correct. And on the left, yeah, we can see that on the 0, the white and the color are absolutely perfect. So we're happy with that. Let's check the right one. And on right, yeah, that's perfect. I mean, -1 and 0 both look good, but as long as the one you've chosen looks good, we're happy with that. So we're going to click Save and Exit. Horizontal lines in your prints can be caused by many things. However, if your nozzle check is fine and the lines don't come and go, then your calibration may be out. First up, check your film isn't too tight. It shouldn't be saggy, but it shouldn't be too hard to turn the roll by hand. If your machine is fine to feed the film, then it will cause print issues. So we're going to calibrate the base step. The printer uses stepper motors to feed the film, and we're going to tell the machine exactly how big each step is. Okay, to do the step calibration, we're going to go to Calibrate, and here we are in base step. Now we're going to do the print. Okay, and so here's the output from that print to see where the printer is currently calibrated. Now we want these lines to be a constant straight across at 0. And as we can see, they're not. So that means the calibration's out. Probably means one of the sales staff has been playing with it to show someone. Well, here we go, we're going to fix it for him. So looking along here, we can actually see number 5 is the correct straight across lines. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this number by +5. If it was down here, we would change it by -5, but it's up here, so we're going to change it by +5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Copy that across. And then we're going to print it again to see what to see if that's right, see if we calibrated it correctly. And looking at this now, we can see it is 0. The center's 0. It's absolutely perfect. These are straight lines right across. So that means our calibration's absolutely perfect. So save and exit. Done. So we've done all the calibrations and our printer is running like an absolute dream. Honestly, it wasn't hard. But we did learn how important temperature is. Don't calibrate it when it's cold, calibrate it when it's warm. You'll have far fewer problems. So if you're having problems with a 1ClickPrint printer, get in touch with our amazing tech support team. I'm sure you've spoken before, you know how great they are. Everyone else, happy printing and see you around.